Orgasm, a pleasure that raises your heartbeat, releases hormones into your blood, and for a few seconds, only feeling remains. Hello to all science-loving friends. Welcome to a new video. Today we're going to explore one of the most complex and unknown reactions of the body, orgasm. But there are questions about orgasm. Why does the body burn so much energy for just a few seconds? Is it just a natural reward or a trick to continue the human species? So without wasting time, let's go. Let's start with this. What is an orgasm? Well, many people think an orgasm is just a pleasant sexual moment, a reward after a lot of stimulation, but the reality is much more complex. An orgasm is actually an intense physiological and neurological response to sexual stimulation that involves almost the entire body, from the brain to the muscles, heart, and even the immune system. Scientifically, an orgasm is like a chemical explosion. Dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins are released in a wild surge. But what are these? Dopamine gives you the feeling of reward and pleasure. Oxytocin creates a sense of intimacy and bonding. And endorphins reduce pain and give a deep sense of calm. That's why many people feel a sense of release and lightness after an orgasm. The interesting part is that during orgasm, some parts of the brain shut down, especially the ones involved in logic and decision-making. Now, let's talk about the differences between men and women when it comes to orgasm. A lot of people assume that the experience is pretty similar for both, but the truth is, the physical and neurological differences are surprisingly complex. For example, swing. A man's orgasm is usually tied to ejaculation and followed by what's called a refractory period, a recovery phase during which his body can't become aroused again. This phase can last anywhere from a few minutes to several hours. But women don't have this limitation. A woman's body is capable of experiencing multiple orgasms back-to-back without needing a reset. That's why the term multiple orgasms is mostly used in reference to women. Brain activity is also different. During orgasm, more areas of the female brain actually shut down, especially parts linked to anxiety and self-awareness. That means for a woman to experience a deep orgasm, she has to mentally let go and relax more. In men, fewer areas go offline, mostly logical and decision-making regions. So the orgasm tends to be more of a quick, automatic physical reaction. And here's the wild part. Female orgasm isn't even necessary for reproduction. But it does play an important role in emotional bonding, strengthening intimacy with a partner, and even boosting the immune system. Now that we've come this far, you already know that orgasm isn't just a few seconds of pleasure. It's a complete physical and chemical storm that involves your brain, your body, and even your emotions. We've seen how precisely the body designs this moment. The hormones that rush in, the parts of the brain that shut down, and that strange sense of release that takes over you. All right, friends, component placement. We've reached the end of this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and stay tuned for the next videos. Goodbye.